What is up, Sideways fam? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time since we've been posting lately. It's been pretty crazy over here. A lot of shop things going on, a lot of personal things that went on the last few months. But I am back. We're going to be posting again like we normally would. We got a bunch of cool cars coming in. We got a Mark IV Supra that's going to be coming in and doing a full build, right-hand drive black one. It's going to be really, really cool, so stay up on that one. But right now, we're going to be going over our buddy BoostAngel's is300. This is the car that you saw in our videos for Supras in Vegas, tearing up the track. We did a non-BVTI 1jzgte swap in this car a while back, and now he's coming in for all the upgrades he should have done in the first place. He's got a box of stuff all over the floor that he's been ordering for the last few months, and it's gonna be super, super dope. So let me go ahead and run you through everything we're gonna be doing. Let me show you the setup that's in the car right now, and then we'll go ahead and jump right into it. So quick little walk around. You got the ECU in the engine bay in this thing. That is just horrible. But just, you know, super simple 1jzgte non-BVTI swap, all stock with a turbo upgrade. Aftermarket manifold, I have no idea which one it is, but I've got an old HKS wastegate on there. You can see the intercooler setup is on here. The car's pretty ratchet, as you can see, because, I mean, it's been crashed and fucked up and everything too, but the car overall it performs really well. He's done a lot of good suspension work. It's got the nice wheels on it. Got the bucket seats inside and everything too. You can kind of see with the harness bar. So I'm gonna go ahead and run you through what's gonna be happening right now. You gotta love the blast pipes hanging out the back of the car. They're just like gonna totally knock your legs off when you're drifting the car at the track. This is a drift car build. We're not building this car for roll racing. We're not building this car for any of the other stuff like we normally do for all the cars that we're building. But what we're doing right now is Caden's gonna go ahead and remove the wastegate. We're gonna double check and see what we can do about getting a wastegate flange welded on there, possibly without pulling the turbo off. Just for time frame, we're kind of a little pressed because we have a lot of things we need to get done on this thing. We have the brand new Powerhouse Racing fuel hanger right here with twin 450s that I've already been assembling together in that. We got a brand new hypergate. We got a PTFE fuel line in dash 8 already there, new regulator, BTI, AEM Infinity, fuel filter, all the other good stuff. You know what I mean? This is just gonna be super, super awesome for him to have the car finally running the way it's supposed to be. He went ahead and as well got a billet intake manifold right here that is just sitting in the box that we'll be installing as well with the throttle cable. So should be pretty quick for install. Basically what we're going to be doing is he's under the impression that we're going to be able to fit the intake manifold. I know you guys have seen it in some of the other guys is300s. I've yet to use it in the car. I haven't had one fit how it's supposed to fit, but I guess we're going to just make it fit in this one and hammer and cut or do whatever we got to do to make it work. So that's going to be going on in there. We'll have to modify the intercooler piping on this side again, obviously, to get us to hook it back in there. This is all going to stay. I think it's like an old excess power turbo or something like that. But he's been running that thing, and it's been going pretty good. I think it's going to be a bit laggy for what he's looking for. But for now, just to get him on a system that actually runs. The car does not run right now. It's just kind of what it is. So W58 transmission. So obviously, you're not going for a bunch of crazy power. And just getting in the rear real quick. He's running a Warbler 255 in here with our bulkhead attachment and the OEM feed line. So we're going to go ahead and have to rip all the fuel lines out of the car, and we're going to be putting the PHR hanger in. I need to do the retrofit in here for his level unit and get everything put back together on that. And then pretty much we're done. So not a huge amount of work that we have to do on this thing because we've already done the majority of it to begin with from the get-go. But I mean, we got to put the TPS on. We got to put all his sensors in. Really, the intake manifold is going to be the hardest part. He has FMS 1200s we're going to need installing in this. So fuel system, intake manifold, intercooler piping, and standalone. And I have one of my brand new wiring harnesses here as well that we'll be installing and going through how we're going to go about doing this. I actually made a simplified version for this car that I'll run you guys through as well. If you guys have any questions or interest in that, you can go ahead and hit me up. I know a lot of these cars, in the case of his car, since it's going to be a race car, and he doesn't care about AC or heater or any of the amenities of the vehicle, I have a universal race harness that you can install in like S13s, you can install in Mustangs and, you know, BMWs, whatever car you want to choose. And basically it just makes it so that you just supply power and ground to the harness, and you fire her up and she's good to go. And we got the fuel control module, the fan control module, all the other cool stuff that we're going to be having there that's going to work. Fuel pump relay kit, you know, the booster pump and everything. So let me go ahead and get the intake manifold off right now while Caden gets the wastegate off. Let's get some stuff fitted up. Let's get this pump stuff pulled apart in the car and stop talking and get it done. Okay guys, so intake manifold's out. We're gonna go ahead and put the oil filter adapter for the sandwich plate on there for the sensors and everything and start getting everything else removed. The factory intake manifold is over there on the floor. Caden's gonna go ahead and bring the manifold over here so you can kind of see. You will have to delete your AC and pretty much everything else to get this to fit in here. But we also had to go ahead and hack the bracket on the power steering pump here, and also bend the power steering line, like super gnarly to fit, but it looks really good. It's going to work in his application. You can totally see back here in the back where his wrist is, where the AC lines would run up and through. I mean, last time we test fitted it, it didn't really work very well for the GE NAT setup we were doing, but in this one, it's gonna be okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get that out. I'm glad that we were able to get the old harness out too, because it was totally messed up and destroyed. We're gonna use some plugs, some cleanup, probably some valve cover paint and stuff like that too, and just make it look a lot prettier. I got an intake pipe we're gonna be putting on too, but I'm gonna go ahead and set the intake manifold up right now with all his sensors. We're gonna go ahead and put the adapter on the block and get that intake manifold bolted on. Alrighty guys, so major progress, moving pretty fast through this stuff. Intake manifold's all installed, FMS injectors are already all installed. We're gonna get going on the intercooler piping right now on this side. And then we still gotta do the wastegate still, get the harness installed, which is over there on top of the car right here. Everything that you could possibly want for your is300 would be in that harness. So let's get all this stuff put together right now, and then we'll be starting on fuel system before the end of the day. So let me just show you real quick what we're working with. Just installed the new Powerhouse Racing hanger. We're gonna go ahead and get all that all locked in and everything. We have the 6AN already ran in nylon braided for the return line. I got the TTFE line up here. I'm already assembling the 8AN on that. So we're gonna go ahead and start running that forward to the top. Alrighty guys, so it's another morning. I had a busy day yesterday. I had to kind of run out. Caden got a whole bunch of stuff done. As you can see, the engine behind us is beautiful. Let me go ahead and show you a couple of the things that we got done real quick. Fuel system stuff is all done underneath the car. I'll be showing you guys that in a little bit as well. And we just punched a hole for the harness. So we're gonna go ahead and run the harness in the car right now. I'm gonna wire it up. We're gonna get power, mount the VTI, get the fuel system ran for the relay system so you can trigger both of the pumps on, battery situation, a bunch of other stuff too. So I'm gonna get all the wiring done right now and today. Caden's gonna pull the turbo manifold off right now so we can get the wastegate welded on. We were not able to do it from the bottom, so we're gonna have to just take a few hours to get that part done. And then for the most part, pretty much this thing should be done. The car's no longer, looks like it's crashed as well. Let me show you that too. So Caden went ahead and did a nice wrinkle on here. Looks super good, like the majority of all our other JZ stuff that we do. The front end was totaled on this thing. They cut it all out and just put a new radiator support in, kind of like a little tube front almost, but Caden did a really good job throwing some welds on this thing. Looks really good. The intercooler is now dropped down low enough to where it's not gonna end up having an issue with the grill on the bumper. So Caden's gonna pull the turbo. I'm already gone ahead and plugged all this stuff in. We had a few harness problems that we didn't actually account for later, but it's gonna be okay. Everything over here for the Infinity is ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this in there, get it in the glove box, and let's get it going. Okay guys, so we just hacked off the 4-bolt flange, manifolds out, turbos out, everything. Caden's gonna start welding on the flange right now, and this is all taken out, as we can see. So still got to go ahead and go through this and take weld all this shut so it can look a little bit better. Change the alternator out because that's the wrong one, and that needs to be changed and modified. But we're there. Intercooler piping's already all done on this side now, so we're gonna have to modify the headlight and stuff to make this intake manifold fit, because it's just like not possible without having to get all crazy with some crazy TIG welded stuff over here and going back over there and around and stuff. But it's gonna work. Also, we got to be courteous of the angle kit that he has. As you can see over here, he's got some massive angle kit on this thing, so that kind of also changes things as well. If he didn't have as much angle, I wouldn't be worried about the intercooler piping hitting, but that's already going to be taken care of. So Caden's over there getting her done. We're almost ready to start. Alrighty guys, so it's Saturday. We're at the shop with Angel. Caden got the day off today, so he's not here, but his wide body is all installed. His rear bumper's installed. He went ahead and reworked all the exhausts now. No more crazy blast pipe craziness. He went ahead and just put like a full-size muffler in with a nice tip, and redid all the exhaust for him the whole way back. So that's just like super nice now. We just went and redid all the power steering. Got the Powerhouse Racing setup in there now with one of our setups for all of our cars we normally use. As you saw, the front end was already done. He got a brand new fine line front bumper from Jason at Rival, so he's gonna be getting that thing all cut up to fit right now. And the car should look all pretty complete. So pretty cool. We'll do a few little startup final things, and you know, his intake's all set up now and everything too for the end of it. And then pretty much that's gonna end this video. We're gonna be going ahead and getting the car on dyno on Monday. So a few more days. We're not going for a lot of crazy power in this. He's got the FRS diff in the rear, so it's set up for drifting, you know, a little bit higher ratio. So, I mean, he can actually have it be nice and peppy, but the car runs amazing now. No more crazy, janky wiring harness in the engine bay and all this other crazy stuff that you guys saw in the last video. I'll link the first initial setup for this car when we first got the engine in. I mean, it's just a huge changeover from what it used to look like. I'm super happy with how it ended up turning out. It's been really cool working on it. It's one of our super close homies, one of the Sideways family. We're gonna be getting this car to probably about 450 horsepower, we're hoping, the day of dyno. I mean, if we need to make more, cool, but he needs it for drifting. So I'd say on 91, we'll just do like 350, 360, maybe go like another 100 horsepower on E85, and should be way more than plenty of enough for this. He's got a big turbo. Let me go ahead and go over a few of the small little things on the intake manifold, like the injectors and stuff, and intake manifold and stuff. So running the FMS 1200cc injectors, you can see right here. Obviously our sponsor, we're running this forever. Deep motor intake manifold, you can get these online. You know, they're not too expensive from this company when they're available. You know, you can get them for like $600-700 with the throttle body and the rail and everything. As far as turbo, I believe he's running like 68, 70 or something like that is what he has. It's an old China turbo from XS Power. He's got an XS Power exhaust manifold. We put a Turbosmart hypergate 45 on it back down there that you probably won't be able to see. The ABS delete was all done last time in this thing. And I'm running one of my custom wiring harnesses. Let me show you that real quick and see if Caden actually put it away. So mind the mess because it is a mess in here, but if you look, it's got his AEM driver sheet from us, everything, the whole ECU for the Infinities here. Got his igniter, his relay, his CAN system, his fuel pump relay system. Everything's all in here. I don't know why it's zip tied up all crazy. Probably Caden just trying to be, I don't know, Caden. And we got the USB cable that we'll go ahead and, you know, tie up in here and run it out of the center console so we can plug into a laptop. And I got our CAN system in there too. So let me go ahead and fire it up for you guys and show you what's up. So we're in Angel's car right now. We're gonna go ahead and show you the cold start. It's the first thing in the morning, so before dyno. Got the BTI, got everything there. Let's go ahead and give her a crank. I'm not even gonna give her any gas. Cold start's nice and good. This is on 91 octane. You can see immediate fire up. We got 105 oil pressure. Water temp's nice and low. IAT's nice and low. Fuel pressure's good at 45. He's at E7 right now, so it probably has 89 octane in it. And yeah, battery voltage is good, so everything else should be good to go. He has a couple different options for changing everything up for speedo and everything too. These are all touchscreen and everything, but this is one of our little 5-inch universal displays that we put in pretty much all of our cars. He'll still be able to see his gas gauge on this side. It's kind of hard to see without the lights, but you can see over here, if you look around the steering wheel, you can see his gas gauge over here. You'd be able to see your you know, your tachometer or whatever on that side too. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it, guys. I mean, for the universal setup, so that you can kind of see inside it's here, like everything on here. I mean, you'll still have your blower will still work, and you'll be able to still use everything, you know, as a normal car. But you know, like as far as this goes, having this read for your IAT for outside, that's not going to work. All of your like gauges inside the car aren't going to work. Obviously, your radio will still work because that's on a separate system, and then ECU will stay in here as I showed you earlier. So I mean, pretty much for all you is300 guys who don't want to pay for me to make you a dual ECU harness, let me go ahead and turn the car off actually and get in front so we can finish out the video. So pretty much for all you is300 guys who don't want to pay the money to have me build you a dual harness, dual ECU harness where you get to maintain the factory computer from this and your standalone, and pay me, you know, $2,500 to build you a harness. This is the other option, as I was talking to you guys earlier in the video with my universal harness. God, the car looks so much better, doesn't it? This car used to be a complete crap box, like probably the worst is300 I've probably ever worked on and seen, and unfortunately it's one of the homies' cars, so we had to make it better, but that just looks so much better. I'm so happy for him that he has a complete car again, and that with doing the upgrades you were able to bless him with doing the front end and everything as well. But I'm kind of getting off topic. But anyways, as far as the harness and stuff, everything goes, guys, you guys should be able to get out of here with about $1,500 for one of my harnesses. It's gonna pretty much do everything you could possibly want. You can coordinate with me to get everything set up. Yeah, you know, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions or concerns, hit me up. Next video will be on dyno, guys. So until next time, guys, peace.